Hello, 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 and welcome in to the live. Today we have a very interesting topic. We're going to be talking about married men and women who are with married men. Oh, please come in and like the video on your way in. I would highly appreciate that. Thank you. All right, so let's get started with today's conversation. Let's do it. He's a good man, Savannah. And so, as you can see, for those that don't know, this was brought. This was taken from the movie Waiting to Exhale, and Waiting to Exhale was a movie that talked about a group of women and the things that they went through in a relationship. And as you see on the screen, Savannah, she was with Kenneth, and Kenneth is a married man. And there's different reasons why people are with married men, and we're going to explore some of those today. So to get started, we're going to play a little bit or a couple of the scenes. We're going to play for educational purposes. All right, so let's just go ahead and oop, add my background. We add the
Savannah,
stage.
this is Kenneth.
Let me put this on the full screen. Let's go.
Hope you haven't forgotten me. I'll be out your way next month for a medical conference. It would mean a lot for me to see you. Hope you're well. Bye now.
God, I used to crave this man. He treated me like a lady. And once you get used to being treated well, you can't go back to bullshit. No mystery how he got my number.
Hello.
Hi, Mama. How you doing?
Well, since you asked, my hair ain't been dyed in so long, my roots are green.
Mama, why did you give Kenneth my number?
Of course he asked for it. Why? Is he coming out there or something?
You tell me.
Girl, he gonna be out there on the 26th. Ain't you excited?
Mama, the man is married.
Well, how happy can he be if he went out of his way to find me to get you?
Mama, please.
Please, my behind girl. I'll be so glad when you get up off that high horse. And stop trying to act like you don't need nothing or nobody. Every woman needs a man. And you ain't no exception.
Mama, I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye. I won't squeeze him back when he hugs me. I will not look him in the eyes. And I'm definitely not going to give him any. Excuse me, sir. I don't get a phone call.
All right. Let me tell you something. Spoiler alert. She gives up the cookie. Just FYI, if you haven't seen the movie. So, just to kind of like deep dive and unpack what you just saw, she has this guy, right? And she can't get over him. He's married. She knows he's married. And she's saying to herself, he treated her well, right? So a lot of times people don't realize when you are with a married man, you're getting a version of him that he's not giving his wife, right? Somebody who is, just sitting up here um, having to do the everyday things, for example, of the pressures of taking care of the household and on all this stuff, right? He is more, engaged in the thrill, right? And then you got to look at women and why do women be with married men, right? Majority of the time, it's just loneliness or it's emotional validation. It's so many different things. You have the woman that is it's a woman that's sometimes it could be a pick me, like, oh, pick me, pick me, pick me. It's different reasons and different ones. I mean, different reasons. And um, so we just have to look into it. So I want to show you a little bit more of the movie Waiting to Exhale. All right, so let's get into that.
Skeety, hello.
Have you lost your mind?
What?
Kenneth just called me and told me how simple you acted. He was actually crying. And men don't be crying over a woman unless they love them. How can you be so insensitive?
Could you excuse me for a minute, please? No problem. Thank you. First of all, Ma, I am sick of you telling me how I should live my life, who you think I should love, marry. Ma, I'm sick of it.
Don't you raise your voice at me.
Mama, I'm 33 years old and I live alone.
Yeah, tell me about
Yes, and I may have to accept the fact that I may live alone for the rest of my life.
it. It ain't too late, Savannah. He's begging on his damn knees and you letting him get away.
Mama, do you hear me? I have a job. I have friends. Ma, I have interests that you don't even ask about. Because only one thing counts with you, Mama.
With any damn woman unless they lying to themselves.
Well, I'm being honest with myself, Ma. I'm smart. I work hard. And I'm a good person. Ma, if I allowed myself to think like you, I guess I'd be a dead woman. Ma, you should be proud. I'd rather live alone than crawl up behind some two-timing loser like Kenneth.
He's a good man, Savannah. A good man. He's just in a bad situation right now, and he's trying to get out of it.
Mama, I tell you what, why don't you fucking marry him then?
That was a pretty disrespectful. But seriously, on a different note, it's like when you get to the point where you are just like done. I mean, like done. You are just you're. I mean, it's nothing that a person can do, right? But in the meantime, in between time, when someone is like, as they say, love bombing you, it's like you will stay in that. Because if a person, like this was always told to me, it's better to give a little bit than nothing. It's better to have crumbs. And that's what happens a lot of times is, well, people will sit there and they will crumbs. And it's kind of sad as well because it is her mother that was sitting up here encouraging her to be with a married man. It's like all the men in the world, but then it's just like she wants to be with this married man. And Rob, you're a married man. Do you find yourself getting like hit on by a lot of different women? Because when I was doing my research, it was saying that sometimes women they want to be with a married man because that man has been chosen. So they even look more desirable to other women because it's almost like they've been vetted out, right? And so I know like back in the days that was like a thing where a man could have 5 or 6 different families all over the place. And the women knew about it, but they dealt with it. I think now it's well, not really now, because I'm gonna show you a clip later, but let's just take a look at why like fast forward a little bit of why that she felt that way, the mom felt that way, why she had to have her daughter be with a married man. Let's look into it.
Ma, I was wrong to you. I'm sorry. But I meant what I said about my life. But I didn't mean to disrespect you. I'll never do that again.
It's all right, baby. It's all right. I just don't want to see you end up like me. Alone.
I know, Ma. And I love you.
I love you too, sugar.
I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Aww. So Yes, I did ask you. I was saying, Rob, being a married man, do you find more women are attracted to you than when you were single? Like I said, one of the things that I was reading about was that women want someone that's already been vetted. They're just more attractive when um they're more desirable because it's like they're taken, and people want things that is scarce. The people want things that are taken. It's just like sometimes you have like a designer bag and maybe it's like limited edition. Not everybody has access to it, so it makes it more desirable. Even if you didn't ask me, yes is the answer. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, you do have a lot of really good attributes. So that can play into it. Not a lot, but more than when I was single. Exactly. Exactly. And that's why I think what's happening a lot with men nowadays, it's like they're so scared, but it's kind of like this thing too, because one of my best friends is married, and I don't feel the pressure of trying to, I don't feel the pressure of like, oh my goodness, because like when you have friends who are single, you always have that kind of inkling, like, are they going to try to hit up on me? Are they going to try to be with me, kind of thing? And when you are with someone who's married, you don't get that. You don't get that vibe. It's almost like a family vibe. But then you have women who desire that and who want that and who do whatever it takes, and they don't care that the person is married. Exactly. So I'm going to go in, we're going to play this other video clip that I seen, and we're going to talk about this. All right. So here we go. It's a very short clip. It's the truth about a woman's attraction to a married man. This is his point of view. Um, oh, move. All right, let's go.
Here's a discussion I was having with a friend of mine the other day. And I was telling her that women are attracted to married men more than they're attracted to single men. And being a conservative woman, she couldn't understand this concept. But I had to point it out like this. Today's modern women don't care. They don't respect marriages. The reality of it is, if you are still an attractive man, still in good shape, married or not, wearing your ring or not, I never wear a ring, just so you understand, the woman will know that you have been pre-selected by another woman. And the mere fact that you're in shape, you look happy, you look prosperous, she wants some of that. Simple. Her brain is automatically going and saying, I will either share him or I will take him away from that woman. That's the reality of life. Come on, ladies, let's keep it real. Tell me I'm wrong.
Ooh. He said, tell me if I'm wrong. That's facts. What did you walk into? You walked into a storm, E. You walked into a storm. Did I say think for the viewer? I thought about it this movie. No, of course, of course, of course. But see, it's more than that as well. Like you have someone who is, you know, has all the things. Like Rob, you're tall, right? Oh, E, you're tall too. So it's like women, they're attracted to that. They're attracted to tall, they're attracted to handsome, that kind of things. Yes, women know. Yes, it's an instinct. And you have to think as well that it's in our genes, right? Because back in caveman days, women, they wanted to go for the strongest person to mate with, so they want the strongest, they want the person, the men with that had the most attributes. You think this is animalistic, and it still goes to this day. It's in our tissues, it's in our DNA, that we still crave that, right? So I never forget, I seen a live, and it was a person. Oh, matter of fact, it was on um, A New York State of Mind. They changed the channel, so I have to remember the channel. And NCY Nate was talking, and one of his contributors, I guess someone was kind of like, sending love to him, and she got really triggered, and she was like, "He's married, right?" And it's just like, it's like you have these women that get like super, super like protective over, certain people. Like, you're married? I'm talking. I'm not target. Well, you know what I'm talking about. Honestly, I try to tone it down because, oh my god, yes, women are bold. Yes, you are black, but women are like super bold nowadays. They shoot their shot, and like the guy said, he's like, "Oh, let's just be truthful." And I was looking at some of his work, and women nowadays, like I said, they have certain reasons why they do it. Because one, they seem more desirable, and then two, you have that loneliness. Like the mom said in Waiting to Exhale, she's lonely, so she puts that off on her daughter, that she doesn't want her to end up alone. And being with a piece of man. I don't know if you guys remember that song by Guy. You can have a piece of my love. You can have a piece of my love. And but it's a dumb bitch, because it's like you're just, you're gonna just take whatever. And he says in the song, and as a kid, I used to sing that song, not realizing the words. You can't have all of me because I'm not totally free. I mean, you can listen to the song on your own time. But when you break down the lyrics, it's like, wow. But women will take it because it's like they'll take crumbs. And I feel like sometimes that happens when you are like in a bubble. A lot of times people are in a bubble and they don't know anything else. My wife be tripping, but that's my fault. That's another story. Well, we would love to hear that story sometime. We would love to hear the story sometime. I actually am going to open up the lines in a minute. So if you want to come up and share the story, Rob, you're very much welcome to do that. And sometimes women, they will, they know what they're doing. That they know what they're doing. Matter of fact, I was having a really good conversation with a friend, and I was telling them, it's like, the reason why women beat up other women, because women know. Women know. That's why they get the smoke, and not the man always, because a man's nature is, well, a man's nature is let's not be let's not be naive, right? We know men cheat. We know men look at other women. We know that we know, right? And so a woman will do things. They will play with they'll play with their breasts in front of a man. They'll twirl their hair. They know what they're doing because they know what men like. And men, they will fall for it every single time because men, and if I'm lying, please say I'm lying in the chat. But men egos are very delicate. They want to feel desired. Men want to feel admired, and they want to be respected. Am I lying? Am I lying? Look, I had a woman standing in front of Walmart asked me if I wanted to give. Oh, whoa. In front of yours, what? That's crazy. That's crazy. No one said Rob up. Not setting Rob up. I bet the internet does want to hear it. Yes, we definitely want to hear it. That's hi, welcome in, Alvin. Um, he said I'm 50 steps ahead of you. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, a man is going to be a man, but discipline is a key. But a lot of people don't have discipline. You don't have it. And the thing about it is, that's why I said when women fight over a man, it's because that one woman knows what the other woman is doing, right? She knows what she's doing. And you have to think about it. Men want, and I know like sometimes people say, no, that's not true, but men want sex and they want sex. They don't really care about intimacy. Women care more about intimacy, right? But sex as a stress relief for men is validation and it's escape and it's power and it's relief. Like, am I lying? Am I lying? You said respect is number one for you. And that's the one thing that they say that it is, they feel it. They feel like, it's a part of respect. Oh, you think I'm doing your channel one day? Okay, okay. Yeah, let me know. Remember the flesh is very, very weak. They rent BJ's at Walmart now? No, but this woman you must have stepped out. This woman asked him, if he wanted to have some, I guess some fellatio. That's crazy. But you know what? I believe it because they will shoot their shot. Especially nowadays. They don't care. They really don't care. We're going to look at a little bit of this one video that I found. Let me see, make sure I set this up right. So we got the back. All right, let's add her to the stage. Oh, do that. All right, let's go. And her name is Crystal Kenyon, and you can go listen to her channel. She has some really good stuff. We're just gonna listen to we're just gonna listen to a little bit of her live. Okay. And her video was called "How to Stop Loving a Married Man and Start Loving Yourself," but it was very interesting.
Hello, my darling ladies.
Hi.
So you're dating a married man?
Yes,
Oh, I'm sure he's charming,
he is
handsome.
fine.
When you're together, he makes you feel like $1,000,000.
$1,000,001.
I'm sure he's sexy.
Oh, he's so
You
sexy.
make hot, passionate love together.
Yes, we do.
But what happens when you're not with him? How do you feel? You're suffering.
I am suffering.
You're suffering.
I'm
You
suffering.
like him. You love him.
I do.
And now he's with his wife.
His wife.
So you must wait.
I gotta wait.
You must wait for his call.
Wait for his call.
You must wait for him to organize the next date.
Yes, Crystal.
You must wait for him to leave his wife.
Oh, I never thought
You
about that.
are suffering.
I'm
Is he
suffering.
suffering?
No.
Not at all.
No, he ain't suffering.
He's not suffering
He's
at
getting-
all, my darling
He's
ladies.
getting both of us.
When he gets off from work, he
Mhm.
goes home.
You do.
Loving wife is there waiting for him.
I'm
Clean
cooking.
house,
Yep.
hot meal on the table.
Yes, he likes fish.
Spends the evening
Mhm.
with his wife. Wakes up in the morning, has lunch, enjoys the company
Do.
of his wife. He's never alone.
Never alone.
You're alone.
I am alone.
You're home alone.
I'm home.
When you get
alone.
off from work,
I'm
you
home.
go home
Yeah.
to an empty house.
Empty.
You're alone,
It's no-
waiting for a man who's with his wife.
Yeah, I don't even have a pet.
You are suffering,
I'm
and
suffering.
he's not suffering
No.
at all.
No, not at all.
Because, my darlings,
Why?
he has two women
Oh, Oh.
who love him,
they
two
both
women who are caring about him,
they are.
two women that he spends his time with.
Mhm.
Two. And you
Two is a lot. And you right. He's not going to leave his wife. He's going to stay with his wife. But you know what? There are those times where a man will leave his wife for you. What and I actually played that in another video, a past video. But do you want that? Do you want to be with a man who left his wife? Because you know what they say. What do they say? I'm hungry. I got headphones in my ear. They leave you. The way that you get them is the way you lose them. Wait a minute. Am I lying? Am I lying? I'm not lying. He's a good man, Savannah. So you have this scenario right here that you're looking at the screen, right? Where Savannah is in the middle. In one ear, you got the mama, and the mama's like, Savannah, I don't want you to be alone. Don't be alone. And then on the flip side, you got this man that's telling her everything. I mean, everything she wants to hear, right? Like Savannah said, Mama, I got a good job. I got good friends. I got hobbies. I got all this stuff going on for me, right? But the mom is like, but you need a man. All you need is a man. You said, you ain't lying, but it goes both ways. How so? Like with a woman? Are you speaking of a woman? But I'm going to show you. Oh my goodness. So I was like looking at old, like news things, and this came up, and I'm gonna show you this right here. Because this is the ugly side, the ugly, ugly side of messing with well, I don't think he was married, but this is the very ugly side of dealing with a man. Let's do it.
A Tennessee man holds a county record in Knoxville. Listen to this. He's the father of 30 children, and he's only 33 years old. Desmond Hatchett was back in court this week pleading with the state to help him pay his child support. He's the father of 30 kids with 11 different women, and each of them wants support. The state already takes half his paycheck and divides it up. His oldest child is only 14. His youngest is a toddler. There is nothing the state can do to make him stop having more kids. He has not broken any laws.
I feel like I feel like having 30 kids is a crime because you can't take care of all those kids. And I remember he was on Ayana Fix My Life, whatever. And I think one of the families was getting $1.17 a month. $1.17. Was it $1.17? Maybe it's $1.17 a week. But that is crazy work. For you to be sitting up there. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. The same way you got her is the same way you're gonna lose her. 30 kids. You know what? He probably got more kids because that was an old episode. He probably do have more. He needs to be that that part. That part. But I mean, he wasn't married, but it's just like when are you with a person who's not committed because he's not in a committed relationship. So he's just going around just being with all these different women. And you have to think too, these women, these 11 women who gave him 30 children, they don't care. All they care is just getting a piece of Desmond. And I just want to kind of curious, what is it about Desmond? I mean, I don't know. Desmond must be doing something right for him to like have all those different women. It's hard trying to take care of one, let alone 30. Yes, wrap it up. He needs to do more than wrap it up. I'm just saying. Yes. But the thing is on the flip side, on the flip side of this, you have to realize that men men are out here, right? And I mean, I'm playing devil's advocate right now. I'm playing devil's advocate because I was having a conversation with someone and she's with a married man. Well, technically he's not quote unquote married, he's separated, but legally he's married, right? So she is feeding into whatever. First of all, she don't know who the wife is, right? But he can tell her anything. And of course, he's going to tell her the things that she want to hear. And that's one of the things that they say. It's like you will a woman wants to know that she is desired, right? She wants to know that she is like number one. And in her mind, it's almost like a competition, like, oh my goodness, he picks me. I'm over his wife. And come on, if you knew the man nature, you would know that that's not true. Desmond got he got something. She don't know the wife. Oh, yeah, she don't know, and you don't know how you don't know what's going on in that relationship. So it's just like it's crazy. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna put the link in the chat if anybody want to come up and talk about this. Paste. Yeah, feel free to come up and give us your take on it. I just feel like these are conversations that we really don't talk about because a lot of people they are going through this right now. They are with it's super wild, but they're with married men and they just don't care. They don't care. And then you know what? My algorithm is all jacked up because I was trying to find um I was trying to find art, like posts that talk about how to be with, how to be with a married man. And you'll be surprised. They are there are posts being with, how to be with a married man. But what they don't realize is that they're asking for money. Like they're trying to like trick on them. Like, oh, this is how you get a married guy to give you money because a lot of times, they may be I mean it goes both ways. On one hand, it's like this person has super low esteem and they're just like wanting the attention. And it's like instead of you being a big girl, being whole and I shouldn't say cutie girl, but being just a lady and going out and finding your own man, you rather be over here with this married man because it's safe, because a man is giving you breadcrumbs and you are taking breadcrumbs. Mine is jacked up. Mine is too jacked up. Yeah, yes. Trickeration. That's trickeration. It's so true. So the thing is, I mean, it as far as a woman, it's like I just want to say, like, you can have because I actually I found this video, right? Because it says, can a woman be friends with a married man? And the woman in the video, it was very kind of sweet because the thing is she lost her brother, right? And so she had male friends that were like that reminded her of them. And to me it's very much it's very much I mean it can be done. 'Cause like I said, I have friends dating a sugar mama while married. Let me tell you something. Women nowadays be having coins. And I've known a couple of women who I don't know they were with um they weren't with married men, but they were with younger men because they can they can afford what did T.I. say? It ain't tricking if you got it. So hey, that part, stay strong in your faith. Yes, faith is very important to stay strong. And I feel like when you have that, that will keep you from, trying to find something else outside. But, as you know, men are, how can I put it? Men love to be validated by their peers, right? So, to be able to say like, "Oh, I have," because like I said, I've watched channels where men will be talking, and I've been privileged to be behind the scenes and listen to those conversations, and they're like talking about their sexcapades, sexcapades, talking about all the women they were with, talking about, and it's like to me, I feel like that's kind of like low key, s- sad because why are you calling another man to let the other man know that, hey, I'm with all of these women? Hello, goddess. How are you? Um, After a while, it got to be too much for me. Oh, wait a minute. I missed one. I wasn't married, but I had two. Oh, okay. So, yes, having two women can be a lot. It can be a lot. Welcome in, Cruz. We're talking about married men being with women. Yes, bragging. Because like I said, it serves into the man's ego. And a man's ego need to be fed, right? You need to be and women know how to stroke a man's ego and stuff. And they play games with and women play games, They'll they'll play that like I'm mad or I'm sad, or they have their little quote unquote tantrums and stuff, and the man will be like, "Oh, what's the matter?" Da, 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 da. Knowing that this is a grown ass married, grown as a married man, but it's like maybe they are giving them something that and then let me tell you something. It's no judgment, no blame, and I think that's one thing you can't do. You can't blame the spouse, right? Now you have to blame the person that the other party, because it's obviously some kind of communication breakdown. uh Two sugar mamas at that. Oh, you had two sugar mamas? I was like, this is what I'm attracting. Oh, you was attracting sugar mamas? Yeah, you know how to stroke our egos. Of course we know how to stroke your egos. We know, as women, we know what men want and desire. We definitely do. And you know what? So does the older generation. And I feel like instead of you instead of older women teaching younger women to the game, right? But in this situation too, she didn't have a father. And I think having a father is really important, because it will show you how a man is. Thank you. You have to have a man, somebody like a man in your life to teach you games. And a lot of times that doesn't happen because men, they get kind of, I think men like low-key kind of is scared. They're scared to be with women because they don't trust themselves, kind of thing. Let me tell you something. I used to be married, and I remember a situation where one day we worked for this organization, we both did. And so I went to the office one day and I was turning in some paperwork. And so the lady looked at my name and said, "Oh, you know what? We have a guy." She said, "There's this guy here that I think that would make a good couple with you. And y'all got the last names. You wouldn't even have to change your last name." And I started laughing. And I said, "Who?" And she told me his name. And I said, "That's my husband." And she said, "That's your husband?" And she said, "Oh my goodness." She's like, "He comes in here, he looks so mean." And I said, "No, not my husband." And she's like, "Yeah, he looks really mean." So later on that day, when I got home, I asked him about it. I said, "Why would you, like, why do people think that about you? That's not you." And he says, "I don't give none of those people up there any kind of opportunity to think that I want them." So it's like I go up there, I turn in my stuff, I pick up my mail, and I leave. That's it. Because once you start flirting with them, and it's like that's when the what do you call it? Temptation comes, right? Because now you didn't gave yes, he was a very smart man. Because now you've almost kind of given a woman this breadcrumb, right? Now you looking at them, and you're you tall, you attractive, and you're married, which one we talked about this earlier. Women love a woman who has been picked. So now you have all these different factors going on with you, right? So that's gonna be yes, yes, yes. The flirting start. That's when it gets, because sometimes yes, you're giving them hope. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're a good co-host. You're giving them hope because now they're thinking to themselves, "Oh, I have a chance with this person, right? And like when people share, when the guys share stories like, oh, this person does this, and then it's like me being a woman, I'm gonna give it to you straight from a woman's point of view, and I'm gonna say, she actually is trying to like seduce you, and the guys would be like, oh no, no, no. Hey, Jazzy. I don't know. Have you ever been with a married man, Jazzy? She probably said, "What the heck I walk into?" But like I said, women know when a situation where they can control a situation. Yes, yes. In the back of her mind, yes. It's definitely about like seducing that person. It's definitely about seducing that person. Sometimes it's weakness and timing. How do you think that? No, but I just divorced because someone was with mine. Yes. And that's the sad thing about it. And like I said, I was talking about this earlier, Jet. Women know. Women know when a man is married, they feed into their egos, which I said again, men are deeply driven by feelings. People think like, oh, men are not feelings. Yes, men are very emotional. I think more so than women because they want to feel desired, they want to feel admired, they want to feel respected. I have this really good friend, right? And I've known him, oh my God, forever. So we were talking one day, right? He was talking about his wife, and he was saying things changed when she had a baby. And I said, when she had a baby, you mean when y'all had a baby? Because y'all made this baby together. But it's like, here you go, you have this person, your spouse, you guys are married, things are good. And then you start bringing children into this marriage, right? And now you as a mother, you're not giving all your attention to your man. Now you have to, spread that attention out for your children, right? And I think those are conversations that women don't have because now, you're thinking to yourself like, okay, well this is going to bring us together, but sometimes that tears people apart because you haven't had those conversations and you don't know how to maneuver that. And I mean, if you're used to a certain kind of way, if you're used to being catered to and now you're not number 1, come on. That's going to affect your relationship. So what is he going to do? He's going to go out and he is going to look for something new. They say it's all about the new, right? And I can even relate, like it could be somebody who is not as beautiful as you as a wife. You know what I'm saying? Not smarter, but it doesn't matter because they wanted something new. They want to feel like, oh, I want to feel like I felt before. The new cuckoo. Yes, yes, yes. And like I said, there are plenty of women that will do it. Like I said, one of my good friends is married. He get cat thrown at him all the time. And I just sit back and just laugh because I just think of myself like, wow, you have all these single men out here, but they don't even care about being with a single man. They want that. They want what they want, right? And another thing too is like for you for you as a woman to think like, "Oh, I could take this person." I mean, you got to look at the the reasons like, "Oh, I'm going to take this one." Cuz I've known that. That's what happened to my friend. His his dad left the family to be with the mistress. So I'm really good with their family, right? And they still have family functions. And I remember I was talking to the mistress one day and she was telling me this beautiful story how they met at a conference and she had gotten to this terrible accident and then she ended up like buying him a Mercedes. First of all, you my husband and you drive up with a brand new Mercedes, that's a red flag right there. Where you get a Where you get a Mercedes Benz from? You got some explaining to do. But he ended up leaving her. And you know what happened? She got something wrong with her hip. What do you think he did when he couldn't have no sex with her? Because she was the way she was telling me that, he was like busting it out, like, getting it in and stuff. And now it's like your hip is messed up. What do you think he doing? Because he got you because of sex. So if you're not having sex with him, what do you think? He just love you that much? Yeah, it's crazy. You said it feels good, but you gotta get nip that in the bud before your feelings get caught. Hmm. Right, Jazzy? It's crazy. Yeah, Rob is giving you a yes. Yes. Right. Y'all funny. I'm gonna put the link in there one again. So you guys, if you guys want to come up and give your little 2 cents, you are very much welcome to come up and say something because I mean, look, the reason why I brought this subject matter here is because I think it's really important that we talk about it. And if you're a married man, just know like you got to look into why. Why do you want something new? Let me tell you something. I got so many different I could be whatever you want. I could be whatever you want. You want a blonde? You want a I can you want somebody dressed like a nerd? You want somebody dressed like, let's talk about it. Cause if it's just, you know, if it's just like it's something that you're desirable, but I'm an actress, so I could do a little bit of anything. Hmm. Yeah, and it's the thing about it is, yeah, oh see, E Black, that part. Because and a lot of times it's a thrill, it's in I'm gonna just say this. A lot of times it's about opportunity, space, and time. You know what I'm saying? Like you just never know you're gonna end up because I told my friend before, he was like, I don't cheat, I would never cheat on my wife. But it's this one chick that be looking, right? And I said, if that woman over there were to take you in the back room, you trying to tell me that you wouldn't smash if no one would find out? And he just looked at crazy. Because he knew that it was true. I got nothing to say. I just watching Girls Trip, so all I saw and seen is that I don't care when they are lustful. But all men are lustful. All men are lustful. The men in this chat is lustful. E Black's lustful. Rob's lustful. Um, who else was in here that was lustful? Um, that's a woman. But you know what? Women are lustful too. So guitar, he lustful, Alvin lustful, everybody's lustful. But the thing about it is we have to be able to just be the ones that's in control. You know what I'm saying? We have to be the ones. What did you say? Wait. It's like that's like asking a vegan why they want fresh food instead of canned foods. I don't think so. It's always something new until you realize it's the same thing. Exactly. What? Don't put that on me. I'm I'm just saying it's so true. It depends on who you're trying to smash. Who you trying to smash? I ain't here to get slandered. No one is slandering you here. Jazzy, stop laughing at them. Look, the thing about it is, yes, we're all full of lust. Everyone is full of lust. We just got to control it. Exactly. You just got to control it. And that's what you just have to do, and it's like you have to support people too that's in your lives. It's a different type of lustful too. Okay, let's say when it's not disciplined. Yes, yes, yes. What did you say, Lisa? I would fall weak. Oh, exactly. Okay, Rob makes a really good. It makes a really good point. It's all about the person, right? That's why you have to make sure that you are not around certain people, right? But you know what? Even with you, Rob, you say you get Lisa, right? Just say that something happened and you get, you leave your wife for Lisa, and then you get Lisa, and then you realize, it's the same old Lisa. I mean, Lisa ain't no different than what I left. Sometimes what they say, that old saying is, the grass is not always greener on the other side. And I was just having um a conversation with someone, right? And he was telling me, he's like, let me tell you something. You show me a bad chick, and I'm gonna show you a person that's tired of her. You show me a bad chick, and I'm gonna show you someone that's dogged her out. Exactly. It just all depends on like who the person is. And that's why you have to kind of like be honest with yourself. You say it ends up the same once you get it in. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. And a lot of women need to realize that too. It's like if you with a married man, you not a long time, you just a fun time. You just gonna sit up there and you just gonna be with that person, and then you're gonna realize like, what is that saying? You be like, ooh, I want that sandwich. And then you get that sandwich over there and you like, it's a regular old sandwich. It's true. A lot of baddies have been dogged out. Yes, yes. What happened to just finding your person? You know what I'm saying? What happened to just finding someone who you are like equally yoked with? And I was listening to this, this live, right? And he was just breaking down about porn and how nowadays, well, you say corn, how it affects people's minds, it affects their brains, and it gives you an unrealistic view of what a woman is supposed to be. Women are supposed to be, like, I look at myself like this is what a woman is supposed to be, right? But in these corn movies, they are just doing the most. They're just doing too much. And then women look at that, or say that when even corn, just look at Instagram, and you have all these women, and then it's like they look at that and then they try to turn themselves into that. Yes, like a F buddy is like a F buddy. Friends with benefits. Yep, 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 yep. When I first heard the term, I was like, "Woo, that's like that now." The internet, right? No matter where you go, it could be on any kind of social media platform. You will see women acting in a very lustful way, and they don't care. Like I said, they want what they want, and it doesn't matter. Man, we have already up to an hour. That went pretty fast. But before we wrap this up, I just want to say, like, Savannah, it's a lot of Savannahs out there. But unfortunately, Savannah eventually she let Kenneth go. She let Kenneth go. And she's like she's going to find her own, she's going to find her like Kenneth, but she's going to find her own man, right? Because having I keep hitting the mic, sorry. Because having your own person, that's what it's about. It's about having your own person. Like when you're sick and that person brings you orange juice or makes you soup. I mean, we forget about the beautiful things about a relationship, and we never talk. Like, I want to come back and do a live and just talk about relationships and good, healthy relationships, and how they look, and that they can still happen. They can still happen. I see it on here a lot. Exactly. It was a great live. You guys made it a great live. You know what? Give yourself an applause. these grown folks conversations. Someone was telling me, they're like, oh, it's all about the young people. It's like, you know what? I don't care. I mean, but I feel like the young people can learn from us, because we've been there, we've done that. So, they can actually learn from this. They can actually learn from these conversations, kind of thing, big time. You said, bring your medicine. Yes, bring your medicine. I thought you meant like like the person had like STD or something like. But yes, if you're sick, they'll bring you medicine. They'll rub your back. They massage your thighs. Yes, yes, exactly, exactly. Oh, you got something? Yes, yes, I do. Your girl is trying to upgrade. She's trying to upgrade. Yes. And you know what? The thing about it, yes, healthy relationships are good. And I just feel like so many times people forget about that, right? They just want to be living in this microwave. I don't know. It's just unrealistic. It's unrealistic. But I know a lot of married men, good men who are faithful to their wives, who love their wives, who, they can't help it that they're desirable. They can't help it that women throw it at them all the time, but when women throw it at them, they should just flick it. Flick it away. Flick it away. Yes, these are the last. I don't believe that. I don't believe that though. Not only the young folks, but some of the old folks too. Yeah, but it's a lot of times we look at what's going on in, society. We look at society. I know I'm all over the place. So I just want to say thanks everybody for coming out. I appreciate everybody who came out, everybody who contribute. And if you're seeing this on the replay and you've made it this far, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So just know, if you are a married man, women are going to want you, right? Just for the simple fact that you're married, because you've been picked, right? You've been picked, and that makes you desirable. But it's up to you. It's up to you to take the bait. And I believe you got this. You got this. We want to have more married people. We want to have more relationships, good, healthy relationships. And if no one's told you today that they love you, I love you. Thanks everybody for coming in. Have a really great night. Yeah, and go be great. Take care. Bye.